Am I the asshole for telling my wife to get a job if she wants to subsidize the kids? Up until our youngest kid graduated from university, I worked crazy hours out of town paying for everything. I worked 6 weeks on 12-hour days. I worked 6 weeks on of 12-hour days. Then I could get 3 weeks off. That works out to 56 hours a week if you average it out. I've been doing that since I was 35 years old. Damn, bro, that is a grind. It allowed my wife to stay at home and take care of the kids and the house. We also used it to pay off our mortgage as well as, but new cars for cash whenever we needed. Okay, that didn't write that well, but okay. I'll describe our budget so you guys can judge. After taxes, we used my take home to pay the mortgage and bills. We then paid into the kids' college funds, then into our retirement fund, then we topped up our retirement account. We put our money into our emergency fund, then whatever was left we split 50-50. Our tax refund was our vacation fund. Now I'm 55 and tired. Yeah, bro, that's 20 years of working that schedule is crazy. My body is beat and I need to slow down. Our kids are both through university, both got their degrees and have jobs. I did my part. Congratulations, Papa. Good stuff. That's the freaking grind. That's the dream. The company I work for had a job open for an office job. I applied and got it. It is a 9-to-5 city job, 40 hours a week, better hourly rate plus other compensation. However, it is a lot less money without the overtime. I was getting 44 hours a week of overtime. Yeah, that is huge. That's huge, he says. But we have money in the bank and I have an easy stretch until I retire. My wife, however, is upset. Both kids are struggling. Nah, that's their job now. Those kids, they got to figure it out on their own now. For the record, they live at home rent-free. How could they possibly be struggling if they're living at home rent-free? That don't make no sense. But they want cars and apartments of their own. Yeah, if you want a car and apartment, the easy thing to do would be to get a job. They can afford that. They just won't be getting luxury cars and huge apartments. Yes, welcome to, early adulthood. We no longer have a mortgage, and my wife and I are both driving vehicles purchased in the last 3 years, still under warranty. Our budget no longer has education funds either. We still have more than we need, and my wife and I each have $1,000 each month to spend however we want. I'm saving up for a new garage shop. My wife has been giving hers to the kids. She is hinting that I should also contribute. God, no. No. The kids do not need an allowance. You are enabling the shit out of them. I think I've contributed enough. Yeah, your kids suck. Clearly, you've done too much. I told her to get a job. I mean, if she wants to give the more money to the kids, yeah, that's the way to do it, is earn more money. If you can do with your money what you want, and I'll do with my money what I want, and it's really fair, and I've been really gracious to you. She is only 46. Aha, you're an older man. She can go to work and give them her salary. I still provide housing and food for all of them, so she won't starve or anything. Her and the kids think that I'm being cruel, and one of the little shits said I was being lazy by cutting my hours so much. This is my hill to die on. This isn't a hill to die on. This is like a mountain to die on. Like, there is nothing like just the daunting anxiety of going to work for like long hours for like years and years and years and years. 20 years of it, bro. 20 years of it. I cut back. Stop enabling the kids. Yeah, right. Yeah, your kids suck. They suck. Like, what is the relationship with this woman? Also, she has at no point gone back to work. It sounds like the kids have been in college for some time, right? They're like out. They did their thing, and now what's she doing? What is she doing all day? This is my hill to die on. I've done the hard work long enough. I want to enjoy my life. Yeah, bro, don't let people steal your freaking life hours from you. Am I the asshole for telling her to get a job and give them her money? I mean, telling her to get a job, like, I'm not sure she's the problem, actually. Reading that sentence, like, I'm not sure the kids are the problem. I don't know why she feels like they need her money. right? I don't know what expectations you've set that are so out of whack that the kids can't live up to those expectations. Like, that's kind of confusing for me, because at this point in life, your kids should kind of be, if they're living at home, that's fine. I think that's kind of where the country's migrating to, is more people live at home for longer. But then the problem's got to be with the children, though. Like, it's not with the wife. You and your wife, they should be your years to be like, I mean, yeah, working less, enjoying that relationship. The kids are pretty much finished for what you can actually affect for them. They are currently what they're going to be from their childhood. And yeah, it's time to like actually enjoy your marriage. Like, apparently the kids move out, and like the happiness for the husband and wife should go up, is how that usually works. The kids move out, a lot of the stresses leave, and your marriage becomes a lot happier. Ooh, okay. A mod commented here. Hello, this post has made it to Reddit all. For anyone new here, please take a moment to familiarize yourself with our rules. Okay, whatever. Here's some relevant comments. Not the asshole. Getting a call. Not the asshole. Your children need to learn to stand on their 2 feet. Yeah. How incredibly entitled of them to expect you continue to fund their lifestyle. Yes. What the hell are they using their degrees for? Tell them to grow the hell up and sort their lives out. One is a teacher and one is a social worker. Okay, then they're fully into their careers, and they need to like really set their expectations appropriately for what the careers they've chosen can provide for them. Here's another one. Not the asshole. Let her read all these comments and make sure you don't enable those freeloaders any more than she already has. They need a reality check. Enjoy your coast into retirement. You deserve it. Yes. Like I said, this is my hill to die on. Bro, I hope you don't die on this hill. Like, you don't have to die on this hill. You should come sledding down this hill on a freaking, wonderful vacation trip. Like, come on. Papa Bear, you have done enough. Tell your kids they have 6 months to go figure out their lives and move out. You have overworked yourself long enough, and as a result, you've created entitled children. It is our house, and my wife said they can stay indefinitely. Yeah, they can stay, but they can also start contributing. There's the huge error here is once they've graduated college and they're moving back in and they're getting these jobs, they can contribute or else they can never move out. It's kind of counterintuitive, because you'd think that like if you want to move out, you save up some money while you're there and then you can move out. But if there's like a time limit that they're there, like, all right, I got 4 months, they're going to save money and they're going to move out of here and they'll be ready. But if they're just like indefinitely staying there, like they're not learning to save money so that they have money to pay rent. You're actually teaching them how, like, their budget's going to be so out of whack when they do have to move out, because there's this huge chunk that they're just not accounting for at all right now. All right, another one. You already accepted the job. Follow your plan. Kids and wife will have options of their own. I actually think it's not any of your kids' business what your income is, what your job you take, or how you take. Yeah, it's none of their business. Who included the kids in your financial planning? They haven't been included, but I will give an example. My daughter bought herself a new car to get to work. Yeah, you don't need no new car. And she wants to go on vacation this summer. Okay, she can save for that. The car is about twice what she needs. It is beautiful, but when it is out of warranty, the upkeep will eat all her money. Yeah, it's just way out of whack for her. She's never setting herself up for financial success. And she wants a vacation like the ones I paid for. I want a vacation like the ones you used to get me when I was a kid. When I took them to Disney, we stayed on the property to get the extra hours that are only for guests. That was expensive. She can't afford that for herself alone. I mean, but that's kind of what you learn. Like that, this is the time in their lives when they need to learn what they can actually provide, and like there must be a risk and reward to your decisions. Like if you make bad decisions, your lifestyle goes down. If you make good decisions, your lifestyle goes up. Like they have to learn that, or else you're just enabling them, and they're never going to be as successful as you've been. And it's just, yeah. What do? You just grind until you die, and then they suck after you're past. Like when you literally can't do it anymore. It's crazy. Are there any updates on here? Okay, here's an interesting one. Why are the kids having money problems if not paying rent, food, etc.? You said they have jobs. They should pay some form of rent, utilities, food to you and your wife, even if at an absurdly low amount of $400 to $500 a month each. That's exactly what I said. No, they must pay rent. You have to teach them how to pay rent. If you don't want the money, take it anyway and give it back to them as help with their down payments for their future homes. Exactly. Or like, it's like, hey, thanks. Now I can fund your Disneyland vacation because the fund went into that. Though I wouldn't tell them in advance that was the plan. Yeah, do not tell them. If their financial difficulties stem from overspending on non-essential things like a car that is double what she needs, like entertainment and socializing, they are young enough to get second jobs to pay for it. Yeah, until they put in 50 to 70 hour work weeks, they don't need financial help. Time to grow up and be self-funded. Yes, those are lessons they must learn. No need to even deal with the pressure from everyone. Make it clear that you have moved to a more normal schedule and it's time they all adjust to cope with it and be thankful for what they've had. Say no more. It's not a matter up for discussion. The end. If a small child were throwing a tantrum, would you give in or conduct endless bargaining sessions? No! Yeah. Sometimes they just need to be sent to their rooms to cry it out. Wife? Well, you each did your parts over the years. Congratulations. Seems like Mama Bird forgot the last step of successful Mother Bird. Kick the baby from the nest and teach it to fly. And I'll say, you don't need to kick them from the nest. Having them pay the rent is a great idea. If there's other things you can work out, they cook dinners, they clean certain things, they continue to do, be very much on the chores. Like you have personal cleaners, essentially. Really on the chores. If they're not paying any rent, they need to be like a literal service quality if they're not paying rent. She's trying to feed her grown birds with scraps from her beat up old mate. Dang, bro, tough read. Sorry for the tortured analogy. Any good parent is available for extreme emergencies. Yeah, this isn't emergency, it's parasitism. Yeah. It's time for the next generation to prepare to care for the two of you by learning to properly provide for themselves. P.S. What thought has your wife put into saving your nest eggs for your own emergencies? Is she trading your long-term security for short-term pacification of the kids? You guys are still quite young. There's a lot of potential road to go. POV 60-year-old with one 25-year-old still at home. Love the extra time together and fully understand today's difficult work/housing market for the next generation. But no free rides. Must pay a share of everything and do adult-level household care duties. Or never be treated like an adult. That's kind of the alternative to that, is if the kids are literally incapable, okay, you can continue to behave like children. I will continue to treat you like children. I don't even want that, but yeah, no free rides. If that's what it needs, you can denounce your adulthood and I can start treating you like a child, but trust me, you don't want that.